In this video, we will be talking about item as a master, the nature of the item in ERP, and how an item is being handled on a transactional and reporting level. So you see, the item master can be accessible from different modules. For instance, you can access item master from buying module as well as selling here, and then stock module. The item form, in fact, is the same form which can be accessible from uh, these three different locations. So this is the list view of the item form. You can add by clicking the button. So this is the quick entry form. I'll lead up to the detail section. So in here you can see the item form has so many data to be elaborated and input correctly, because of the fact that ERP based on the item level, and most of the recording and reporting are based on item master. So this has to be well defined, and in ERP next, the item form is very well defined. So I'll be talking about the item uh, form here one by one. Item coding can be done manually, or it can be left to the system to generate an item code automatically. You can name item as per your desire. The nomenclature of the item name can also be left if there are attributes to your items, for instance, sizes and colors and any other attributes. Item grouping is segregation and bifurcation of the items, so that you can easily identify most of your item as groups. So these groups can also serve the reporting purpose very dynamically while you will be working, or you will be looking at reporting levels on in stock modules, as well as accounting reports such as gross profit report, where you can you can have, or you can find gross profit margin on item group level as well. So you can just create one by clicking on this link as well. So these grouping are very dynamic. So for instance, this is my product, so I'm going to choose item group as product. So you can also add some opening stock for a particular warehouse by putting some quantity in here. So this is going to trigger in stock entry to record this opening stock in your warehouse. So valuation rate is the costing rate of this particular item. So let's say this is 100 rupees per kg. This default unit of measurement is going to serve the stock keeping purpose, and but you are not limited to this unit of measurement. You can also uh, use multiple unit of measurements as conversion factor on a transaction level. There's a sale price for which you can sell this particular item, for instance 150 rupees per kg. So as I was talking about that, item master is very dynamic, and items are the basic skeleton of ERP. So item natures are mainly recorded correctly into the system, so that you can start recording. Uh, you can start working on it properly. So there are in fact three kinds of item in ERP here. For instance, this is a stock item, so I have to I have to mark this check on as maintain stock. So this thing is going to be stockable, and this item is going to be a stock item. If I do not check this mark or check this box, this is going to be a service item, a non-stock item. And if since this is a service item, so there is no need to check include item in manufacturing, as there is no manufacturing process involved. And the third one is called fixed asset. And if fixed asset is also an item here in the system, and you have to have item first so that you can have fixed asset into the asset module so that your fixed asset register and depreciation mechanism work well. So in this case, here where we have item as Apple, so we have to maintain stock, and there is no such manufacturing involved. So you can add, a descriptive element here in this section. Similarly, by going for further, you can if these such as Apple, these items are perishable, which are required to be recorded in batches. So those batches have expiry and you see expiry date. So in there you can define particular expiry elements in this section. ERP is also offering stock valuation apart from stock settings on the item level, so you can pick and choose which valuation mechanism would be preferable on each item level. So I'm going to use FIFO because this is a perishable item. So I would like to have each apple to first whatever you need to the one which come first should go first out because these are perishable and will be recorded as batches with expiry dates. So in here I have to check mark as batches and should also you can also create automatically by batching the controlling the living series here and should have expiry as well. So this is what it looks like the item master in ERP next. So I've just defined you that how we can create an item master stock item by defining the item name, group, and some pricing and selling element, including the default unit of measurement part aside alongside the batching process. So I'll keep continuing another video regarding the rest of the items.